Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Honey Badger Hour. Sip song. It's your boy, the Honey Badger, with my man, the one who put this thing together, JP Mestanza. Good afternoon, brother. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Good afternoon.
How you feeling out on these streets?
A little antsy. I want to get out of the house and go to places.
Yeah. I went for a little run today. I went for a little distance run and did some push-ups and squats in between. And then I was listening to the Tim Ferriss podcast, yo. And it was the Arnold. So he did 2 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I listened to it before, but I'm listening to it again.
Good.
So I listened to this on my run, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Tim Ferriss podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yo, he's my man. He's the man, yo. He's one of my favorites. I hope he's not part of the Epstein chronicles. I hope he's off that list of all those guys that got popped, because he's one of my favorite, yo.
Yeah.
Arnold's a bad motherfucker.
What are some gold nuggets you took from the podcast there?
I'm still listening to it. But I was just thinking about, yo, he has a lot of bangers. He has a lot of good movies, like good action movies. I'm pretty sure they still hold up, yo. Have you ever seen Terminator? My favorite one is obviously Terminator 2, but I'm pretty sure it still holds up, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy with Skynet taking over and everything like that. This is crazy. I wonder if Skynet's really taking over.
We're getting into those steps.
I grew up on Terminator 2, yo, so I was always wishing I could be like a John Connor type guy. So if it was an apocalypse and stuff and shit like that, and we were fighting against Skynet, I feel like I would be a good soldier, you know? I probably wouldn't start off high ranking. I'd probably have to work my way up. But I think I'd be good at survival and shit. I just gotta learn how to aim and stuff like that. But
yeah. But those are skills
I gotta learn how to shoot and stuff
those
like
are
that.
learnable.
Yeah. And I was thinking maybe learn how to do some arrow shooting. I went to the sports store on the road the other day. And it's funny. You gotta jump rope. I went to go get some stuff. I got some spats, some long pants to keep my knees and stuff like that because I'm always on the mats. And then when I went out there, I got a jump rope, but then I saw that they had bow and arrows. They had little practice sets and stuff like that. So
maybe we should do that.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna be closed. We should go grab that shit. It was pretty cheap, yo. We could just put it against the wall. It's like a sticky one. Boop. I wonder how much difference it would be. It'd probably be a lot harder to aim. You know, you'd probably want like a more high caliber arrow. You know what I'm saying?
In these times, you never know. That might come in handy soon.
Yeah, I think it's good hand-eye coordination too. So it'll be good little skill training on the side, you know.
Yeah.
But how's it going? How's your day been? Did you already finish the Phuket news and everything?
No, not yet. We're in the thick of it. I mean, it's 2:30 right now when we're recording this. It's about middle of the afternoon, so right now everything's getting put together. So we in a couple hours is when the final product should be coming out, and so stay tuned for that. But right now we're in the thick of it. Obviously, we're doing this podcast right now. But what you telling me about archery, one of the skills you want to learn. I mean, I remember going on visa runs to Penang in Malaysia, and they had an archery place right there. Me and my friends would constantly go there all the time. That was a great way to like spend like a couple days in Penang, Malaysia there. So I'm all for getting an archery set out here.
Yeah, the Penang visa run, the drive sucks, but it's not that bad, especially if you go with somebody. But I actually like Penang. Penang's dope, you know. I've been there. Have you been to Penang before?
Oh yeah, a bunch of times.
Yeah, a bunch of times. So from my people's back homes. So in Penang is in Malaysia, right? So where's Penang to Malaysia?
It's in the northern tip of Malaysia. So it's about maybe an hour from the border.
It's south of Thailand or north?
South.
So Malaysia's south of Thailand. So
yes.
We go more south, and then so you take you pay like, I don't know, it's about $100 or something like that, right? Like wow,
about $200.
About $200, and then it's like this visa service where, like, let's say you're on a tourist visa and you're training in Thailand, and then if you wanted to get like a 3-month visa and extend your tourist visa, like the best way to do it, or the fastest and most for sure way to do it without flying, is you take a 12-hour bus, and the bus picks you up. It's like how many people fit in there? Like about 10-person bus?
Yeah, so just thereabouts.
Yeah, but it's like a whole little service they got. So you and a lot of people do it to get their non-immigrant visas for like teachers and people working and stuff like that. So I've done it a few times. I've done it for my tourist visa, and then I've also done it for to get my non-B work permit. And then I also did it for one championship when I was fighting in Bangkok. I had to get a work permit in Thailand.
Yeah, essentially it's to get out of the country and to come back in, and that's just a really quick, efficient way to do it.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, when you go, you take this 12-hour bus. They pick you up like at 7 at night, and then you drive throughout the night, and then you arrive to Penang, Malaysia, in the morning, like about 9. You get to the immigration office, and then the guy, he gets all your stuff, he turns it in for you, and he gives you your number, and then he takes you to the hotel. And in the hotel, they have like 3 shitty meals for you if you want to use those. If you're on a budget, you can just chill in the hotel and eat those meals. Yeah, they give you a few
vouchers there.
And they give you a few vouchers and stuff. So the first 2 times I went, I didn't even think to experience Penang, you know. And then I just went and I stayed in the hotel because I was super broke. And then and I just went for a run, and that's it, you know. And then the second time I went with Jeff, and it was a lot of fun. Actually.
Yeah. It's always fun with a friend, man.
And then I realized Penang is pretty dope, and we had a dope squad on the bus also, so that was a lot of fun, yo. Have you had good trips to Penang?
Oh yeah, a lot of good trips. A lot of bad trips too. I've been to Penang quite a bit.
Oh yeah, because you've been you've had different jobs out here, right? Or always the same job?
Just different occasions where I've had to go to Penang for visa related things, and Penang never fails to have amazing Indian food, amazing Malaysian food, and just it's funny to go see a movie there too because it's so edited. So I think one of the Star Trek, or I think also Fast and Furious a couple years ago, and they were just so edited. When I came back here and I actually saw like the real version, because there's certain things in Malaysia that you're just not allowed to portray on the cinemas there. That was the first time I found out about that. Man.
And so you went to the movies in Malaysia. How was it? More cheap? Was it cheaper?
No, I mean about the same price as Thailand.
And what it looked like? Was it like a nice theater? Had good seats and stuff like that?
Yeah, good seat, proper. It was good. It was all right. It was a decent cinema.
Yeah, we're spoiled in Thailand because the cinemas here are really nice, actually.
Oh man,
right? Big chairs, cheap movies compared to America. Man, it's crazy cheap. It's so nice to go if you want to go to the cinema. I'm not a big fan of the movies though, because man, I feel like the movies always suck. Every time we go to the movies, I get disappointed. I don't remember the last time they made a good movie, you know. So I like to go to the cinema on cheap cinema days. It's good to get out of the house, you know.
I got a
brain. It's good to unwire your brain and you just stay connected, you know. Like the last movie we saw is Once Upon a Time in
Hollywood.
Damn, and that shit came out
in the theaters. Yeah,
it came out on Netflix like 2 months later, bro. I feel like we just saw that.
Yeah, we just saw it yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, maybe it was out in America a lot longer. But I don't know, man. They're going straight to Netflix. That movie was garbage, yo. I was not impressed with that shit at all. I kept waiting for the good part.
It could use a bunch of editing.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that was. I don't know if he was fucking with us or what. I think they were fucking with us. Like, are you fucking with us to see how much you can get away with?
I think it was a very self-indulgent, very like for them, just for Hollywood. Like, oh, I know that. Oh, that's awesome. You did that. But it's like not really for the general public, unless you're really into old school movies like that, where they just drag out a lot of different scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about Hollywood. You know, that stupid ass scene with Bruce Lee. That shit was dumb, yo. And then, I don't know. It was a weird ass movie. I mean, the ending was cool, but the fuck, how is it not going to be cool? You know what I'm saying? You could have done that at any point in the movie, and that's it. That shit was over. So you were saving that last bullet, and you dragged us out for how long was that movie, yo? I kind of want to watch it from beginning to end again, just
2.5.
So you guys were watching in the house, and then I fucking, you guys were watching in the house, right?
Yeah.
And then
I know what to skip.
Me too. So then, the other day I came down and I just went to the last 20 minutes. It wasn't even that good again. The second time I was like, whatever.
Yeah, all right.
There's way more endings that I like that have gone to the end of parts of the movie, you know?
Yeah. It's a satisfying ending on this one, though. Just fun to watch.
Yeah, but that's cool, man. Yeah, so you went so compared from Malaysia to Thailand, what were the price point difference like?
Not much. It was still about $10 roughly, maybe a little less, like $7 to go to the movie. Just but you go in because it's a little shorter. All the movies are a little shorter, unless they're kids movies, would not be. But one movie that I really saw recently, and I kind of wish I'd seen it in the theater, although I probably would not have, Uncut Gems, and I think you haven't seen it yet. You should see it. It's awesome. The Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, okay, let's watch it today.
It's really good, actually. I'll watch it again with you. It's
right.
good.
It's
anxious, but it's great. It's great.
I'm down for something different, you know. Hey, speaking of Malaysia though, so if you guys ever have to do this visa run again, or if you ever end up in Penang, Malaysia, it's a nice little old town. It has like a nice little Chinese, Indian, and Malaysian conglomerate like mixed to it. You know, they have like a lot of the Indian temples. It's a good running area. You know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful.
So yeah,
beautiful art everywhere too.
So the
like public art.
So the second time I went, so check it out here. I could do a little plug for our man. Shout out to Jeff Sandler. We know he's been stay healthy, stay safe out there in America, brother. He's been watching the podcast and keeping up with it. So
shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff. Yo, appreciate the love.
To the slug.
And he did a dope video on Malaysia Penang. So if you guys can watch that, it's with me and Jeff. And if you pay close attention, I was shaving my head before before the trip. So the bus was picking us up at 7. And before I was shaving my head in the machine, and then like right when then the machine died, and then I was charging it. I thought it was charging, but the charger wasn't on, so then I wasn't charging, and then like so I had to go to Malaysia with
half cut, half buzz.
I had to go to Malaysia with like mad spots in my head. So there's different parts, and if you watch that documentary in Malaysia, you go to Jeff Sandler Films, and you can check out the Malaysia. You can watch all his films. He also does the he does the EMG Access. So he's doing a documentary on Izzy right now, and he's been training. He's been in New Zealand for the last few months. He went to Africa.
Yeah, to
Nigeria with Israel, to his hometown,
to the slums,
and he did a video on that. So you guys can check all that stuff on EMG Access. Shout out to Engage and Ash and everybody. Jeff, you can watch all those videos, and it's pretty good content. And then he has all the boys getting ready for all the gyms, and which is the gym of the year, you know, so a lot of content.
Exactly.
But then he had that video in Malaysia. That was the most fun trip I have. He was the one that kind of like opened my eyes to the good Malaysia trip. Like we got there, and then usually I just sleep because I'm from the bus, but we didn't sleep. He's a good adventurer, you know. So boom, we just stayed up, and then we went straight to go eat. We had the hockey and noodles first. Good. So if you go to Penang, you got to get the hockey and noodles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
that spot. Yeah, you got to get the hockey and noodles.
Not peppermint, although you should probably still try it.
Yeah, they have really good chicken rice too. If you're ever in the Singapore chicken rice style, like Chinese hockey and chicken rice, or Hainese chicken rice. And then they also have the best Indian food, right?
Oh my God, El Capitan.
What's the name of that place? El Capitan. And you got to eat with your hands like a soldier. I don't know if now. Wow, man. You think eating with your hands is gonna go away, like the Indian style? My boy Sebastian knows about this. He lives in Singapore. Yeah, you think so? What do you think? You think they're gonna stop eating with their hands? Like,
I think people. I don't think they're gonna stop that.
That's a real
I think
culture
people are
thing,
just gonna come to their own, just take it to their own house and do it privately, and probably just not like. I'm probably not gonna get invited to any Indian houses to eat in with their hands. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that was like whenever I go to Indian food, I do that shit Indian style. I eat with my hands.
To a restaurant.
Yeah, when I used to live in Malaysia, my Malaysian friends that worked the Jomi, Shafiq, and Ali and everybody, like all my boys out there, Eddie and everybody, and Dre, the Singapore crew, they would get food and then they would show me how to do it. You know, there's a technique to it and everything.
What's the etiquette? What is it?
So you gotta when you go with your hand, you gotta go to the ripple in your fingers.
Yes, the first.
So you want to keep it with the first 2 fingers or 3 fingers, and then you want to go to the pass. You don't want to pass the second line. You just want to scoop with these.
So
and then you push it with the thumb. That's how they told me. Now I would just do it I would just go like this and then just like throw it in there, you know. But then it would all fall. But when I tried it their way too, you gotta have like your wrist turned a little bit. There's some technique to it. And then my boy told me that the better you are, Shafiq told me that the better you are, like if you go to the first line, that's even better because it's less to clean, you know.
Oh, I see.
The only problem when I do that is I got like curry in my fingers for like a week.
You know rainbow fingers, rainbow tips.
Yeah. Hey, you went to India, right?
Yeah, twice. Man,
you went to India. That's crazy. So, guys, you go to Malaysia, you got to get the Indian spot. And the visa run's not that bad if you take advantage of it. Take out Penang. Penang's a cool little city. I really enjoy it. It's a nice little getaway. And then
an
boom
island.
bomb. Yeah, it's on an island. But back to India. Yo, tell me about your trip to India, man.
Dude, the
What
first
happened?
time I've been to India, and actually, funny we talk about Jeff because Jeff was supposed to go with me. Some stuff happened, wasn't able to, but I ended up going for a Holi festival. I believe it was in February or March. I believe it was in March of in 2018. In 2018. So I went for a Holi festival, which is the color festival. It's when they just throw powder all over. And I believe it was, I don't want to get this wrong, but it's been a long time since I thought of it. It's basically to celebrate the birth of one of their gods. I forget which one. I want to say Vishnu or Krishna. I believe it's Krishna. And yeah, so I went to New Delhi and I just hired a driver and we just took off to, I wanted to go to these two specific places, Mathura and Vrindavan, which is where they were about 10 hours away on car. So we just drove, and on the way there, we went to Jaipur and Agra to go to the Taj Mahal.
Wow.
So I just did a little loop there, and just hours and hours driving, but it was so worth it. And I was there for, I want to say about 6-7 days.
Oh, you went
just
alone?
over a week. Sorry.
You were supposed to go with Jeff, and you ended up going by yourself?
I ended up going by myself.
So you solo trip to
dolo.
India like a boss, dog.
And I'm glad I shelled out for I spent about $200 on a driver hired by the hotel. So I went to the hotel as soon as I landed. I'm like, hey, I'm going to need a driver to just go around. What are the prices? And they gave me a great price. Spent about $200. Spent on this guy. I forgot his name, but he was so nice. And he was just talking to me in broken English, but he was really, really helpful. Just told me what to do, what not to do, just how to carry your money, put it in your sock. A trick my dad told me a long time ago anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Joe Ray taught me that trick.
Yeah.
Put money in your sock. Shout out to Joe Ray.
Yeah, man. So went to Jaipur, the Pink City, which is amazing, really beautiful, really clean. I want to go back there to check it out again.
Yeah, how was the food, yo?
The food was amazing, but it was always but it was always vegetarian.
Yeah.
Wherever I was going.
Oh, that's pretty dope. Why? Is it because of the time, or that just that area is all vegetarian?
No, the driver just took me to all vegetarian places. He recommended it. He's like, listen, just like I recommend you just not eat the meat in a lot of these places that you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting you he was arranging tour guides.
Yeah.
So he's like, a lot of these tour guides, they'll take you to a place that they get paid to go to, and they may not be the cleanest place. They might tell you this or that, and I'm not gonna like mess around with that with your trip, because obviously you get sick, that's your trip, man.
Yeah.
So man, he guided me beautifully with it. It was great. Told me what to eat, what not to eat. It was great. And got sick at the very end, my last day where he wasn't there. When he wasn't there on my last meal in India is when I got sick. And the next day, it takes almost a whole day to travel back to Thailand from there, by the way, FYI. That's when I got sick. So
you were sick on the plane?
I was sick a bit on the plane.
Oh, no.
But I had The Alchemist. I was reading The Alchemist, and I read that in the entire day. So it got me through that. So, yeah. It was quite a journey to come back from India.
You went to India and you got sick.
Yeah. On the last day, I was like knocking wood, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't get sick now." But that rooftop dinner, I had to go to a rooftop dinner. It was just a little like on the market, like in a backpacker street, but still. So yeah.
Fuck.
But India's beautiful, man.
Man, you went so long. How long were you there for? You went almost 5 days.
No, sorry, about 8 or 9 days.
So you went 8 or 9 days. You did it. You with the driver had your back. What was your driver's name, yo?
I forget, my friend.
Damn.
I have his card upstairs.
I wish you knew.
Yeah, I'll give him a shout out in the description.
Yeah.
Because he was really cool, man. But
I have a lot of Indian friends, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all cool as fuck too.
Nice.
My teammate Raul Raju, one championship fighter, fought Gary Tonin. He's on a nice little 2-fight winning streak now. 1 championship.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Kerala.
Heard he's so tough.
He's the Kerala crusher, Raul Raju. He's a beast, yo. Yeah. and then my other friend Barrage. And then yeah, it's cool, man. Then I was doing some PTs with some friends from India, and what's it called? it's a big spot. They're the ones that are supposedly working on the vaccine and all, you know.
Yeah, man. I'm not
but
surprised.
I've always been scared to go. I'm not gonna lie, you know. At least before, you know, I feel like it's one of those places you gotta go, but I'm always a little bit scared because I'm just so scared to get sick, man. Just from the I've just, and then yeah, I feel bad. Like I know my boy, Will. Shout out to I know Will Chope once asked me to corner him in India. And I was like, no, I can't go.
Well, dude, like India.
One of the few times I said no to him, you know, I was like, yo, I was like, I can't go.
It's hard.
And it never happened, thank God. But you know, it's funny though. Like I said, I can't go because I didn't want to go to India. But then like 2 days later, Kai Kara asked me to go to Guam, and I was like, all right. I think it was the same weekend. I was like, yo, for sure. All right, let's go. You know, which Guam is far to get to. You know,
it is.
Yeah, I was when Kai was fighting in PXC. So yeah,
How many times? One time you've been to Guam.
I've been twice.
Twice,
yeah.
Nice.
I fought in Guam. I went to corner Kai in Guam, and it was me and Kai, and then we went from Thailand, from Phuket, and then Alex Volk was also on the card, and that's when I met Big Joe, and then it was
Big
just
Joe
us.
Lopez.
This was just us four in Guam. That was
Shout out to Joe.
Yeah, Big Joe. He's a big fan of the podcast. Oh, we got to do a Zoom Skype call with Big Joe for sure. Yeah, we're gonna get that going.
Hermano.
I hope he saw the show when I had the freestyle fighting gym. So yeah, man, that was a great trip. You know, that was a crazy ass trip.
Yeah,
craziest after party that we ever went to too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the after party was in a pet hospital, yo. It was nuts. But so we get to Guam, and it was me and Kai, and then we met up with we had a layover in the Philippines. We had like a 6-hour layover in the Philippines. So me and Kai came from, it was another long trip. We went from Phuket to Bangkok, and then from Bangkok to the Philippines, and then like a 5-6 hour layover in the Philippines, and then like a 4-hour flight to Guam from the Philippines.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah, so then me and Kai went from Phuket to Guam, and then, to Philippines, and then we met up with Alex and Big Joe in the Philippines, and then Alex and Kai were cutting weight the whole time, you know, and Alex was fighting for the title. Alex was the main event. He was fighting Yusuke Yaki. Yusuke Yaki was the champion.
Oh shit.
And then Alex had just defeated their number one contender. I know his name, I can tell you. Kyle Reyes. Yeah, I think it was Kyle Reyes. So then he beat him in his PXC debut, and then he's fighting for the title, and then Kai, I'm pretty sure, was making his debut. Yeah, Kai was making his debut. So I went with Kai. And because of that trip, I got a PXC contract after that.
A PXC what?
I got a contract after that, and then I fought for PXC. And then the next time I went to Guam was when I went to go fight for PXC.
That's awesome. That was a very important trip then.
Yeah, that was a crazy trip, man.
That's a pivotal trip.
That was amazing, bro. So that was that's why I always knew that Volk was gonna be a champ. You know what I'm saying?
That was the one that cemented it in your head.
Nah, we already knew, but this was like
exclamation point.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if he had any other fights. He might have had like 1 or 2 fights because it took a while, but that was the fight where I was like, come on, guys, stop wasting our time already. He could have been the champ a long time ago. And then 2 for Kai, yo. You know it's dope, Kai. And then Kai had a good run in PXC. That was a good show, man. Kai did a good run in PXC, and then he was gonna fight for the title, but he did the Ultimate Fighter show instead.
Oh yeah.
So he was getting ready for a title shot for PXC, and then he did the Ultimate Fighter show, the flyweight champions show.
Ended up going to Vegas.
And then he ended up going to Vegas and doing the show. Yeah, that was dope, man. But Guam is a beautiful place, man. It's crazy. There's a lot of Japanese there.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna stay safe from the pandemic because it's so far and it's so hard to get to, and it's already America too, you know.
Yeah.
They're really strict.
Hopefully, it's not already there, because then that would be a catastrophe. Hopefully, they would be able to contain it if it is. But man, that's nuts.
Yeah, when I got there, it was like America, but like kind of like Hawaii, you know. It was awesome. Like we got there, and then like there was guys playing like the
ukulele,
the ukulele. They were playing that and singing. I was like, oh snap! You know, I was like, damn, this is crazy. But then when they picked us up, they were driving on the other side. What side did we drive on in America? On the right side?
The right side of the road.
They were driving on the right side. Everything was like America, you know. They had Wendy's and stuff like that.
See, this is the thing when becoming an expat and you go back.
Yeah, so I haven't gone from America for a long time, for like 2 years already too, you know.
This becomes so noticeable.
I think me and Big Joe went to Walmart too. You know what I'm saying? So, Guam is beautiful, and they love fighting over there too, yo. So I got a lot of homies out there.
Oh, every time since I've been here, I've always heard of Guam being a hotbed of MMA from here in Thailand.
Yeah. They had, I think at one point, maybe still, I don't know how it was, that they had like the most capita. They had like the most black belts for like this for the smallest region. Like they had like percentage wise.
Yeah.
Like per square foot, they had like the most black belts. So it's like a small little island, but they had a lot of black belts.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
Compared to like where it wasn't that many people, so it's kind of crazy. Like everybody fights out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. So then Kai's first, when I went, Kai fought the kid from Guam, fought an Islander boy, and then Alex fought the Japanese guy, and we both won. Alex got a 4th round triangle, and then Kai knocked this guy out.
Sick.
In the first round.
Yeah.
Boom. It was
don't
nasty.
blink.
Yeah, don't blink. It was one of those too. It was like boom, bopped him with an uppercut, and then he hit him with the rapid fire machine guns. Pop, 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 pop. You ready for the segue? Happy birthday, my man. Happy birthday, don't blink, kid. Don't blink, kid. Happy birthday to our man Kai Kara France.
Happy birthday to the kid.
Yo, still young, strong, ready to take that flyweight division by storm. I can't wait, brother. It was great seeing you in Auckland and watching you do work. And your fight's probably going to be maybe postponed now, but stay ready, stay getting ready. I know he's always going to be training. They're going to, you ain't even got to worry about that.
Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños, Suk San Wan Good.
Cumpleaños feliz, Choke D, my mans. Enjoy it. OG Phuket.
Yeah.
UFC phenom.
Came as a young buck and still a young buck doing it.
Hey, back to the pet hospital days. So after Guam, they had this sick ass after party where all the fighters went, and then I guess since it's a small island, like the fighters are like it's a big deal, So like they were like in this bar first area, where like pub area, where they had like everybody there, and then like everybody's like super nice, and then but they all had like swag, Everybody like dressed nice, they all had sneakers. It kind of reminded me of Jersey a little bit, like where everybody was like dressed really proper, you know what I'm saying? And then they'd be like, we just walking around, but I was like in like my Phuket style, which sucks. I'm American, but I was just like Australian, I had like my jean shorts with the rolls and the rips in them,
I got
my Birkenstocks, and just my Alex shirt, or my Kaikara, tiger shirt,
I see.
Yeah. And then everybody's like, we're just on there like, yo, you guys are the from the PXC fighters. Oh snap! And they're like super nice. Everybody was very friendly, man. It was like, I guess that islander like hospitality.
Yeah.
Like how they in New Zealand they called it mana, You could feel the mana in Guam too.
That's cool.
What are the Polynesians,
Good vibes and
great
hospitality.
Vibes, yeah, great hospitality. Guam was awesome, And it's like, it's a weird spot to like recommend anybody to go because it's so hard to get to, and there's so many places like it. So it's cool to get in there and then also get like a real local vibe from that spot because our driver was also super cool, you know what I mean? Like our driver was the man. I got him on Instagram and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
So like he was driving around and he told us all the haps and stuff like that. And then he even our driver helped corner and held the ice with us,
Shout out to the good drivers out there.
And Alex's
Shout out to the good drivers.
Alex like, he's like, Alex is he's such a nice guy. He's like, I'll get you a ticket, man. He's like, no. He's like, I think you come backstage with us. And I'm pretty sure he came out and he was like part of our entourage, dog.
Nice, that's awesome.
And then we had some Phuket OGs. Dylan Fussell was there too, and Mark Avalado
from Team Quest.
Yeah, the Team Quest boys were with us too. Mark fought at bantamweight, and then so that was a cool trip, man. And then Dylan also got signed from being there because Dylan fought in the next PXC show.
Cool.
I think Dylan fought when I fought again.
Tell me about this pet hospital after party.
Oh man, I forgot. So we were out there, and then like everybody after the bar closed and stuff like that, like they're like, let's go to the pet hospital. You're like, what? And then so like we show up, and it's like it's a veterinarian clinic, It's a straight veterinarian clinic, dog.
This is the after party.
Yeah. So like after the the
official
pub, the official place where everybody goes, but everything closed pretty early, Oh, and they had taco stands outside. I had that in a hot minute, like $1, $2 tacos outside of the pub place. So everybody goes to this after party, and then our driver takes us, and then our driver was cruising with us. You know what I'm saying? And he's with us the whole night. And then it was crazy, So like first you go in and it's just like a pet hospital, like just it's just got like cages everywhere and like, you know what I'm saying? There's like you can see like there's like a door and you're like, what the fuck? But then you go up the stairs And then when you go up the stairs, it was like going into like a movie set, yo. It was crazy. There was like, all right, so you go up the stairs, boom, and then like, yo, there's a pool table, and then my man Trev was there. My man Trev, 5-star. Yeah, I didn't know.
What's up, bro?
Another PXC fighter. He fights in Japan now, on the grind. So then, yo, I go in there, and there's like first level is like a bunch of people playing pool and stuff like that. And then the guys are like, oh, snap, the PXC fighters are here. Yo, what's up, man? And the guy who owns the place is like, oh, welcome. He's like, yeah, this is my place. And he's like, hey, man, everybody grab a beer. And then when you go to the fridge, they had all straight 40s, dog. Like in fucking, like in a movie. Straight 40s, like in Gin and Juice, dog. What was that movie? Don't be a menace to society. It was 40s like that. And everybody grabbed 40s of like, so it was like Miller Lite or something, man. I swear to God, American as fuck. We all grabbed 40s, and the guy's like, oh yeah. And then I was like, yo, this is dope, man. He's like, what? He's like, this ain't even the party. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, there's another floor. Check out the party upstairs. And I was like, what? And we go upstairs, and then it was like, yo, they had a DJ, strobe lights, and then they had TV. You know, movie theater seats.
Yeah.
They had movie theater seats all along the wall. So if like you wanted to like drink and chill, you can like sit against the wall and chill on TV chairs. And then they had a dance floor. And then when we got into the stairs, when we walked up, everybody was like, oh, give it the DJs, like give it up for the PXC fighters, and everybody's like making noise and shit.
That's so sick. That's awesome. And basically the attic of a pet hospital.
Yeah, in the second and third floor of a pet hospital. That's like a local home business, you know?
Yeah.
When I went back to Guam the second time, that shit got shut down. So I don't think there's any worries when talking about it. I'm not blowing nobody up. Because like this was like 4 years ago.
What are some of the best places?
I was so sad, dog. Because I was thinking the whole time when I was preparing for my fight, and I was like, yes. Because the first time I fought in the first time I fought in PXC, I fought in Philippines. You know? Yeah. When Brad cornered me, and then that was my first time going to Manila. So then but we didn't know much. It was just me and Brizzle, you know. But then so then when I fought in Guam to go fight, I was excited. I was like, yes, you know. And then the Guam, the vet hospital was closed, but it was still beautiful. I went with Vamos. It was a great trip, man.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, coach. It was me and Professor Vamos. It was good times, you know. Made bantamweight. That was super hard. I was under 134 because I was so scared to like miss weight for like a big show at the time, you know. But I just did the old school style of like cutting weight, where you I was just eating that I got it from Alex and Shay, like just eating the last 2-3 pages of the Dolce Diet one, or not Dolce. Who was it? I think it was Lockhart. But I was just eating like 12 cashew nuts and like boiled chicken breast, like 5-ounce boiled chicken breast. I just got a bunch of chicken breast and cut it up, and then I made it all, and then I just put it in a Tupperware, and then I threw it in my bag. And in the plane, every 3 hours, I just had like, so every other 3 hours, it would be like 3 hours, 12 chicken nuts, and then the next 3 hours, you get a chicken breast and chicken nuts, and then the next 3 hours, just chicken nuts. So then when I was traveling with Vamos, I was just like watching him eat, and then I just had my chicken and nuts, and then every 3 hours in the plane. So wherever I was at in the airport, I missed a meal, you know.
That's good.
So I did that, and then my weight cut was on point, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was super heavy. I was like 71 kgs. I was 151 pounds, and I had to make 135 when I got to Guam. And then when I did the photo shoot, the guy's like, "Yo, man, you look heavier." And I was like, "For real?" I was like, "Fuck," because I was water loading like crazy, just drinking mad water. But I went. And then the day it was so hot in Guam, me and Vamos were walking to the sauna the night before the weigh-ins. And then he's like, it's mad hot out here. We should just go for a walk. So I put the sauna suit on. I put my sweats on. I went with him for a walk. And I started sweating like crazy. And me and Vamos were just walking and talking. And that's how I broke my sweat. And I was like, I'm sweating so much. And I was like, you know what? I was like, we can just train right here. And he's like, we can do that. And then we went to the pool area. And it was like right on the beach. It was beautiful. So it was like 8 o'clock at night. Then I had to weigh in the fights were on Friday. So I had to weigh in on Thursday morning. I had to weigh in on Thursday morning at 9 in the morning in the bottom of the hotel. And then me and Vamos were training the night before. I was super heavy from water loading like crazy, like 20 pounds, you know? Wow. But I put the sauna suit on, and we did 5 rounds in the pads, just like flowing. Bum, 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 bum. 5 3-minute rounds Wednesday night. And then after with the sauna suit outside in the Guam heat. And then that's it. And then I went back to the hotel and I felt good sweating, so I just kept the sauna suit on. And I sat on the balcony outside and I just looked on my phone for like 2 hours and I just sweat. And then I woke up with like 2 pounds to go.
Oh.
Yeah, so I went to the sauna for 1 10-minute round and I was on weight.
God damn.
Yeah, that was my best weight cut to 135.
Yeah, that seemed pretty, efficient.
Yeah, but I didn't feel good the next day. So.
No.
Nah, I didn't feel too good. But my buddy Riley was there and he was making 125. And he's a huge ass 125. He was like my size. So he was on the same diet as me, the Lockhart recovery. So we had like some of the things we couldn't get because like there's a whole process to do after weighing in the next day. Like we used to have to take like digestive enzymes, and then after you make weight, like when you first make the weight, you don't like eat or nothing like that. You just have fluids, and he gives you like 3 different drinks.
I see.
With like you have to take like 3 digestive enzymes, and like the first drink is like waxy maize, and like electrolytes, and like all these like different complex powders. You know what I'm saying? So that like all the proper stuff I guess goes to refill you, and then after that, like the first meal was like rice cakes with a little bit of peanut butter and honey, or pineapple, and some pineapple, and then slowly but surely, bum.
Just
and then the first meal, we all got this from a Volk, and then the first meal is pho, or some type of like
rice
protein,
noodle.
like it's protein with rice. So it could be like chicken rice or something like that, so something simple, not too easy on the body.
Yeah.
But anyways,
the body can process that quick.
So a little cutting weight tips for you, but we went a little bit over again, but that's good, man. We were a little worried we didn't have anything to talk about, you know. And I wanted to ask you, okay, so if we'll do the last one tomorrow to finish the week. We'll take a little break and then we'll get a guest.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
And then yo, man, sorry I went rambled on a little bit too much today. It
was great, man.
But I want tomorrow. I want to do more. I wanted to know about how you got to Thailand and stuff too. So
sure, let's do that.
We can do it now if you want.
Nah, let's leave some stuff for tomorrow. It's already,
All right, we can leave it. All right, so tomorrow will be the JP hour. Anyways, in closing, sorry about that little ramble on, guys.
No, it was awesome.
We're just working on getting better. So, awesome. Hey, we love you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Be safe, guys. We had a little travel. We had a little India and Guam. Yeah. So you had a little experience. You got a little in-depth experience on a little bit of India and a little bit of experience on Guam, PXC, and the boys. Hey, happy birthday, Kai. Be safe, everybody out there. Please don't forget, okay, www.lukesmedical.fund.
Yes.
All right. We'll post a link again, guys. A few of you already from the podcast. I saw that you guys have donated, and we really appreciate that. So, like we said, we have 98 subscribers. If there's 25 views on this podcast, if we can get 25 people to throw $5, $2, anything would mean the world. Okay, please. And we love you guys. You know what I'm saying? I've always hated like GoFundMe's, but this is the time when, it's a tragic, it's an unforeseen circumstance that's unfortunate, but it's very maintainable and handleable with the power of everybody pulling together and getting it done. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of like there's a lot of bad things about living in this crazy era, but one of the good things is we're all connected through media and through social media and like that, and we can connect and help each other in times of despair. So thank you so much for the help, guys. We love you, and we're not asking to like go compete in a tournament or something like that. We're asking to please help this guy see the better days of his life. We're just getting started. He's 33 years young. Okay, so love you guys. Have a great day, and we're going to be having special guest Woody back soon on the podcast, and I got a lot of other special guests, some great UFC fighters, and some good people lined up. A little bit of different audience for y'all. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
See you.